Hey guys, happy Tuesday to you. And I am Scottie the Trainer, welcoming you in to Scottie the Trainer Tuesdays. Whatever you're doing, if you see this video, whether it's by Facebook or you're watching it by Google Plus, or possibly you've seen it on my YouTube channel, do me a favor, like it, feel free to comment about it, share it. Get all the views out there that you can, because with all that the internet is full of right now, with depressing things and fighting with this side and fighting with that side, I want to be able to be just a cloud of rain to shower in some inspiration and some positive things in your life. So again, welcome to Scottie the Trainer Tuesdays. Listen, today I wanted to bring this thought to you. You know, you can't teach what you don't know, and you can't lead where you won't go. Let me say that again. You can't teach what you don't know, and you can't lead where you won't go. You know, I had to laugh because I was thinking about, as soon as that thought came to me, there's a rapper by the name of DMX, and in one of his songs he says, "If I don't have it, you can't get it." Now listen, no matter what you think about DMX, as a matter of fact, the way he says it is, "If I don't have it, you can't get it." And you know, it's absolutely true. No matter who says it, a rapper, a preacher, a broke man, a rich man, a fat man, a skinny man, doesn't matter. It's true. If I don't have it, you can't get it. Not only you can't get it, I can't give it to you, because I can't and you can't teach what we don't know. And we follow that up with, I can't lead you somewhere if I won't go. So that kind of gives us a little bit of insight in regards to people when you think about it. When you see people that respond to other people with anger, bitterness, prejudice, you start getting a little bit of insight into people. Why are they acting that way? Why is that coming out of their mouth? Well, remember this. Nothing comes out of your mouth as a word without it first starting as a thought. There's a proverb that says, as a man or a woman, as a person thinks in their heart, so are they. As you think in your heart, so are you. I can find out what you really believe just by listening to you talk, because whatever you're saying is somewhere in your mind. Your words start as thoughts, and those thoughts come from your feelings on the inside. So when you hear people and they respond with prejudice and bitterness and anger, then all of a sudden you start to realize that's what's inside of them. And some people don't know how to give grace. They don't know how to give love. They don't know how to give mercy. They don't know how to give understanding. They don't know how to give acceptance, because it's not in them. Because it's not possible for them to lead you to grace, mercy, love, and understanding and acceptance, because they won't go there themselves. They can't teach you grace, love, mercy, and understanding and acceptance, because they don't know it themselves. When somebody, all they've ever had in their life is anger and bitterness and destruction, and no one cares about me and everybody's out to get me, that's all they have that's inside of them. And when it's in them, they think about it. And when they think about it, that's what comes out of their mouth. So sometimes people cannot teach us. They cannot teach us what they don't know. You know, when it comes to teaching about things that you don't know, I've said this before when I'm talking in front of large groups, when I'm doing inspirational and motivational teachings. I'll say, you know, right now I have 4 children. My wife and I have 4 beautiful children, ranging from the ages of 10, 11, 13, and then this week, my oldest, Fulton, is going to be 18 years old. I know that's a shock, because you look at me and say, man, how can Scottie the Trainer have a son that's 18 looking as young as he is? And I appreciate that very much. I know it's tough, but he's going to be 18 this week. And having those 4 children, I've said this before. I said, before I had any children, I had 4 philosophies on how to raise children. Before I had children, I had 4 major philosophies on how to raise children. Now, I have 4 children and no philosophies. I have 0 philosophies. Because it's amazing how before you're in a situation, you think you know until you're in it. I couldn't teach about how to deal with children when I didn't have children. But now that I have children, I can teach about something because I know about children. I can lead you to a place and tell you about some of the struggles of a father because I've been there. But some people can't teach you what they don't know because they don't have it in them. And that's really where we need to focus in on. When you look at the 2 phrases, you can't teach what you don't know, knowledge, and you can't lead where you won't go. Go, journey, traveling, work, time, investment in yourself. Some people can't teach because they don't know it. Some people can't lead because they won't go. They won't take the time to read about things that they maybe don't know about. They don't take the time to learn about things that they need to learn about. Some people are so at home with their bitterness and their anger that they don't want to try to do anything to break out of that. Listen, I believe that there's a way to break out of it. I believe that you can break out of bitterness and anger and prejudice and frustration. You don't need to sit there and live in a situation because you say, well, my daddy was this way, and my granddaddy was this way, and my great-granddaddy was this way. I believe that I'm going to be that way too. But you know what? You don't have to be that way. You don't have to be that way. Just because you were born into a certain family doesn't mean you have to remain that way. Listen, there were people in my family, grandparents back that were alcoholics, right? There were other people that were alcoholics. That doesn't mean that I have to be an alcoholic. Well, you don't understand. I was born in that situation. Let me ask you a question. If a cat crawls up into your oven and gives birth to kittens, that doesn't make those kittens biscuits just because they were born inside of an oven. Just because you were born into a certain family and all they ever knew was prejudice and all they ever knew was anger and bitterness, that doesn't mean that you have to be that way. Just because they wouldn't identify it in their life and change it doesn't mean that you can't identify it in your life and change it. Because you and I will never be able to teach other people what we don't know. How am I going to teach you about motivation? How am I going to teach you about inspiration and education except for I know a little bit about what it means to be motivated and inspired and educated. These degrees that are on this wall, none of them are fake. And none of them did I just put money out for. None of these just came off the internet. Blood, sweat, and tears came into my life. My mother sacrificed so that I was able to go to school and graduate with a diploma and an associate's degree and a bachelor's degree and a master's degree and a doctorate's degree. So I know a little bit, but I had to be willing to go and invest because I can't lead other people if I myself aren't willing to go. I'm going to leave you with this thought. People in the military will tell you their favorite type of general is a general who's been into battle and lived to tell about it. Not a general who studied a battle, not a general who read about a battle, but a general who's been in the battle, taken shots, taken wounds, lived through the fight, could come back and now tell people, I know how to charge the battle and come out on the other side victorious. You can't teach what you don't know, and you can't lead where you won't go. So what is it that you need to know? Start studying. Get back. You know, we have a wonderful tool on the internet. We have libraries. Start studying. What do you need to know about? Why are you so hard? Why are you so harsh? Why are you so tough on yourself? It's time to find out about grace, mercy, love, acceptance, forgiveness. Once you do that and you get it inside of you, then you'll have no problems teaching other people. Happy Tuesday. I'm Scottie the Trainer. Thanks for joining me for Scottie the Trainer Tuesday. And that's how I see it.